Gemini, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at important messages as well as the important relationships in your life, both platonic and romantic. Okay, so we will be looking at that. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I will also do a zodiac run through looking at romantic love specifically. But this week I have the Cosmic Insights Oracle deck. We're going to see what sort of themes are going on of importance. We have the Boji blog Lenormand as our main Lenormand this week. And then I do have the heart-shaped love message cards for the zodiac run through. Okay, so this is actually the second heart-shaped deck. So those of you who do watch, I do have the Lover's Oracle, which is also heart-shaped, but this one is just messages. So we will have a look at that for the run-through. Getting into it for you, Gemini. Gemini, anything of importance Gemini needs to be aware of? Anything of importance that Gemini needs to be aware of right now, please? Okay, so we do see the manifest energy coming through. Tell the universe exactly what you want, Gemini. So you are in a really good zone at the moment to be able to, put in your requests now and be able to sort of start seeing progress towards your true desires, your true goals here. Tell the universe exactly what you want. When I do see that sort of energy, a lot of the time it does remind us to be more specific. Okay, so for example, if you're asking for love in your life, maybe being a little bit more specific when it, rather than just asking for love in general, because if you're asking for love in general, yeah, you might get shown love, but it may not be in the way that you are wanting. Okay, so if you are wanting a specific type of love, I want a long-term relationship that's healthy with a person who fulfills these certain needs or wants within love, rather than just in general I want love because lo and behold you ask for love. Here's some love for you, Gemini. It's your your sibling or your friend showing up just to catch up for a visit, and that's not the relationship love that you were looking for. But so maybe be a little bit more specific with what exactly you are trying to manifest. Okay, put parameters on that. This is what I'm not willing to put up with, and this is the sort of thing that I want. Okay, we do also see the Mercury retrograde card. So we're not actually in Mercury retrograde, but you may actually be experiencing some of these electronic issues, communication issues, review everything. So I do feel that that's probably communication at the moment for you, Gemini, that you may just be experiencing some issues truly expressing yourself to others or understanding. There might be some misunderstandings around you at the moment. For some of you, I do see, there is a car in that picture there. I am picking up that there's one or two of you who may be just having some car dramas at the moment as well. So if you are trying to manifest a new car, make sure you are very sort of specific about what you will not put up with and what you are sort of wanting with that manifestation, okay? Needing to be very specific when it comes to a car you're trying to manifest. For those of you trying to manifest a new car, there's no point manifesting a Matchbox car or a or a car being given to you that doesn't work. Those kinds of issues if you're not being very clear about what you're trying to manifest here. What does Gemini need to know at the moment in regard to platonic relationships? Friends, family, co-workers, what's going on for Gemini with platonic relationships, please? That's where we're having those communication issues by the looks of that. Clarify that first card for Gemini. Yeah, so we do have the mountain coming through first here. Okay, so that's where we are seeing some sort of obstacle or delay coming through within your platonic connections. It does feel like it's just those misunderstandings. It's just creating, a bit of a speed bump in the road, in the way that we're communicating with friends, family, co-workers, that kind of thing. Especially, the second card we have there is the book. So especially when it comes to trying to teach somebody how to do something, or any forms of education, or things along those lines, learning more about somebody, showing somebody more about you. I do pick up, sometimes the book can talk about secrets as well. So I do kind of feel that for someone here, it's kind of this important message coming through here, Gemini. If somebody tells you a secret, you need to keep that secret, okay? There may be some sort of misunderstanding about a secret, or be very careful about giving too many of your secrets to other people at the moment, because it may cause some communication blockages between you and somebody else here. They might even misunderstand what you're trying to tell them. So just be aware of that. It's nothing really hugely dramatic. It's just going to take a little bit of extra persistence and determination to clear the air, kind of energy. That was clarified by the flowers. All right. So it's definitely looking like, for a lot of you, there may be some sort of blockage here with the way that we give. So I'm kind of getting you giving too much of your secrets. You're giving your secrets away. Putting too much effort into trying to teach somebody how to do how to do something, whereas maybe they need to learn it a little bit the hard way themselves, unfortunately. But because it's kind of not reciprocal with the flowers backing up that mountain card, it does show us that something's just a little bit one-sided. You might be giving more time, love, attention to something than you're actually receiving in return. You may be giving somebody a gift, or giving somebody something, and you're lending it to them, but there's some sort of misunderstanding, and they think that you are gifting that to them. So all those sorts of things, just needing to be careful of those sorts of things with platonic relationships at the moment. Okay, but it will be resolved pretty easily here. We have the key coming through, which leads to success. So it actually does lead to more opportunities. So I do feel as though this communication blockage between you and somebody here, it kind of actually gives you the opportunity to, understand a little bit more of each other in the long run. So, even though we're having a bit of a misunderstanding at the start, it gives you this opportunity to really understand how that person works and operates, and have future success with the way that you're communicating with that person, because you're sort of more able to understand, well, when I said things to them like this, that didn't work, and we had that misunderstanding. So in the future, oh, maybe I need to just be a little bit more clear when I do tell them things and things like that. So, long term, it leads to, a more successful connection between you and this person. It's just, getting to that at the moment, but it will actually sort of, it does sort of show us that you're able to open up to this person a little bit here. So I do feel as though, just be careful with how much you're opening up with sides of yourself that you don't share to, secrets kind of energy, really hidden stuff about yourself. Just be a little bit careful about that, but still, feel as though you can open up to this person, because in the long term, it does sort of show us a successful platonic relationship there, between you and this person. Okay, so for this is going to be different for all of you, friends, family, co-workers. I feel like you will kind of know relatively quickly who that is, because you're going to start sort of seeing, oh, maybe we're having a little bit of a misunderstanding here. That'll sort of clue you in straight away. Okay, but and also with the book, I am sort of getting told to tell you here, Gemini, that you are the author of your own narrative. Okay, so it's up to you how much you want to share with this person, and that if you don't like the way that the story's going, that's where you do need to sort of open up to the success and getting back onto equal footing with this person. Okay, Gemini, what is going on for Gemini with romantic love? What does Gemini need to know right now in regard to romantic love, please? Gemini, romantic love for Gemini. Just clarify where that leads Gemini there. Clarify that third card for Gemini, please. Okay, so we are starting off with the Sun energy here, which is the strongest, most positive card in the Lenormand. So we do see a lot of happiness comes through with that Sun energy. So overall, love does have a very sort of happy vibe going on here. But we also do see that with the Sun, some certain things come to light. And what's coming to light here, we have the Scythe coming through next. So what's coming to light with you and love is that there are some big happy changes coming through. There are some things coming through very unexpectedly, very quickly, something changing for you when it comes to love. And when we do have the tree following that up, which does show us self-care, healing, growth, that the shade that you can rest under, the taking care of yourself a little bit more here. But some sort of big happy change coming through that does enable you to really focus on your own healing, your own growth, your own personal, and the growth of this connection as well. Because the tree energy does talk strongly here about, it's bending and not breaking in the wind. It's, you can get struck by lightning and you can still regrow and grow even stronger than you were before. That's clarified by the tower and the dog here. So it really does talk about, strengthening and growing the foundation of this connection in the basis of friendship, the understanding that you have for each other, the support that you're giving to each other, the companionship, the sense of companionship. The tower really does sort of strengthen and the foundation of this connection. And I do feel as though for a lot of you, this is kind of like you're stronger when you're together as in supporting each other, is the message I'm kind of getting there. That, you can't be a tree all unto your own, that you do need to rely on this person a little bit more, allow them to rely on you a little bit more. You better together is what I keep getting here, with that connection, that it's like, no matter what's going on, no matter how these changes are affecting this connection, you're better together. You're hiding away in your little fortress together, okay, rather than separately, not going off your separate ways and having alone time as much at the moment here, Gemini, that you're actually stronger together. And trees do communicate through the foundation, okay, the roots. So that's where you and this person, your roots together make you stronger individually, okay, is what I'm sort of getting with that message for you both. Well, for you and your person, whoever you're in a love connection with here, Gemini. If you're not in a love connection, it does sort of show us that you're strengthening yourself in order to find that love connection, and finding strength in the way that you support the people around you, the people that you care about, supporting yourself, coming from a stronger foundation within yourself, so that you have that to offer with love connections in the future. Okay. So that's what we have for you today. We will do the zodiac run through. Okay, so this may show up platonic, it may show up romantic. I am asking more specifically for romantic with these cards, but see what comes out. You will kind of know the people that are in your life, Okay, Gemini dealing with Aries. Gemini dealing with Aries. Aries says, you're so different from everyone around me. I cannot make you happy. They don't know how to deal with you because you're so different. They're like, I'm used to dealing with XYZ, but Gemini, you're ABC. I don't know what to do here. I don't know how to make you happy. I can't make you happy because there's a big difference. There's something fundamentally different that they just don't know how to approach that. Gemini dealing with Taurus. Gemini dealing with Taurus, please. Life without you is hopeless, dark, and depressing. I miss your light. There's a Taurus that misses you, but they're saying, I am the man. They feel like that's a weird energy this Taurus has towards you, Gemini. Because it's when they're saying I am the man, it's kind of like they're trying to convince themselves of that. But they're very emotional. So they're trying to take their power back a little bit here. They miss you, but I feel like you're too strong for this person, Gemini. They're too emotional. Life without you is hopeless, dark, and depressing. They're trying to find strength and power within themselves before they come back around to you, Gemini. If you're waiting on that Taurus, they're kind of trying to convince themselves that they can, they're trying to flip out of the emotions and get back into, their own strength a little bit here. Trying to convince themselves that I am the man. I'm strong. I'm powerful. Gemini is not going to make me cry anymore. This person's a very weird energy, Gemini. That Taurus. Gemini dealing with other Gemini. I long for your kiss, Gemini, but I cannot do this right now. There's something else going on in this other Gemini's life. They're just feels busy. I long for you, but I think about you late at night, but I just can't do this right now. Gemini dealing with Cancer. Gemini dealing with Cancer. Whoa. I wish to be like you. This isn't love. This Cancer's not a love thing. This is a platonic person around you. They want to be you. They want to be like you. They have hurt me. Someone in their life has hurt them, and they wish that they could be strong like you. Is what I'm getting, Gemini. You're putting on you're being a good role model for that Cancer. Gemini dealing with Leo. Gemini dealing with Leo. Oh, these heart-shaped cards are so hard to shuffle, guys. You have triggered me, Leo. You have triggered Leo. The way I have treated you was wrong. Yeah. You triggered them, so they treated you badly because they didn't know how to react. It's a reactive energy there. They know that they were in the wrong. They do know that they were in the wrong. If you were wondering about that, Gemini, they do know that they're in the wrong, but they're just feeling a bit triggered still. Give them a bit more time. Gemini dealing with Virgo. Gemini dealing with Virgo. I have to let you go to find myself. Trying to work on themselves, this Virgo. I wish I could understand you. They're not. That's why they need to grow and learn, because there's just I feel like there's a maturity difference. They just don't understand you. They need to grow within themselves to be able to understand where you're coming from, Gemini. Gemini dealing with Libra. Gemini dealing with Libra. I cannot come to you now. How could you ever forgive the mess I've made? Libra has done something. Is that Libra in the platonics with the secret? I feel like that's a secret. How could you ever forgive the mess I've made? I feel like that's Libra is holding a secret. I cannot come to you now. They're trying to avoid you. Gemini dealing with Scorpio. Gemini dealing with Scorpio. Ooh. I do not understand. Scorpio doesn't understand. Drugs and alcohol. There's some issues there with Scorpio. They're not in a good mind space, Gemini. Gemini dealing with Sagittarius. Gemini dealing with Sagittarius. I promise there is some really good messages in these cards. Like, I don't know what's going on with you, Gemini. Like, got some interesting people around you. Do not put up with my BS. Sagittarius knows that they're trying to put BS on you because emotions overwhelm me. They're a bit emotional and they know that they're carrying on. Gemini dealing with Capricorn. Gemini dealing with Capricorn. Feels like you're just not putting up with anyone's BS at the moment. It is dark without you. Capricorn, you're the light in this Capricorn's eyes. You're a happy, light, positive energy. But do not wait for me, please. They need to go through the darkness at the moment. Capricorn needs to be in the darkness at the moment. Gemini dealing with Aquarius. Gemini dealing with Aquarius. I cannot take it anymore. I can't promise you anything. What is going on with everybody else's energy towards you, Gemini? I feel like your energy is good. It's everyone else that's the problem. Gemini dealing with Pisces. Gemini dealing with Pisces, please. People do not believe in me. Pisces has got some self-esteem issues, but they're obsessed with you. I'm obsessed with you, says Pisces. Regardless of star sign, the person Gemini is currently dealing with, please. Regardless of a star sign, person that Gemini is already dealing with. I wish I could be fully honest with you, Gemini. Don't treat me the way that you do. I don't deserve it. Once again, this person that you're already dealing with, they may be keeping something from you, Gemini. They wish that they could be fully honest with you. Maybe that's just about their feelings. Don't treat me the way that you do. I don't deserve it. They do feel as though you treat them better than they truly deserve. They've got some self-worth issues going on. Maybe that's what they're not being honest about how they truly feel about themselves. Okay, so that's what we have for you today, Gemini. I hope that helps in some kind of a way. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, cross-watch your person's placements as well. Like I said, I feel like everyone has an issue except for you at the moment, Gemini. See how we go for the rest of the week, okay, guys? But hopefully I'll see you all again soon.